My name is Ethan Parks. My project is TowerDefense. It is a game where enemies enter the screen on one side, follow a path, and exit on the other side. Players place towers along the path to defeat the enemies before they exit the screen. I added lives to the game. Lives are lost every time an enemy exits the screen. Once lives reaches 0, a window is shown to give the player the option to play again or exit the game. Enemies now spawn in waves rather than one at a time and are created through an enemy factory. There are now two types of enemies. The red enemies are ground enemies, which follow the path, and the yellow enemies are flying, which do not follow the path and travel from where they're spawned to the end of the path. The tower have been upgraded to have area of effect projectiles. Area of effect projectiles damage all of the enemies around the projectile when it explodes. I've also added console commands. The console commands are new, which resets the game, switch, which allows you to switch between admin and user, a spawn, which allows the admin to spawn their own waves, add and remove to add and remove currency, and exit to exit the game. I started this round by refactoring a lot of the code. One example of that is the model class, where I removed all of the magic numbers, cleaned the update function, and changed all of the methods inside the update function to use an iterator. I also created the rectangle class. The game rectangle holds location and dimension and is extended by all of the objects within the game. It also allows for collision detection. When adding functionality, I created the enemy factory class, which allows for easy creation of the different types of enemies. The enemies now extend the abstract enemy class, which holds all the data relevant to the enemy, as well as the methods to be called when they die and when they escape. The enemies now just override the update location function. I also added the functionality for area of effect explosions, which loops through all of the enemies and finds the ones that are close to the projectile when it explodes. In the controllers, I created the input controller, which takes the input from the user and verifies that it's a valid command and then executes it. I also created the game over controller, which handles all the controlling for the game over window. And in views, I created the game over view, which creates the window to show that the game is over. The things that I have left to do are creating a save and load system, as well as a high score system.